Experiment 10. Procedures for planting vegetables. Precautions and observation. Tools we have prepared are seeds, soil, flower pot, water dish, watering device, gauze, and shovel. First of all, let us prepare the seeds of vegetables and the tools we need for planting. Next, we have to collect the data of these vegetables, find the details that we need to pay attention to when planting, and the time for seeding. After we have started to plant, we have to observe and record the growth of the vegetables, so we need a record sheet, which is to record the name of vegetable, date of observation, and its growth condition. For example, the height of the vegetable's growth, the appearance and the filiform of the vegetable. We also have to record the problem which we have encountered and its solution. For the first method, let us plant bok choy in the flower pot. We put soil into the flower pot. Then sow the seeds of bok choy. Distribute them evenly. Do not put them in the same area. Once it is done, we cover them with some soil. Scatter a little soil on them. Next, we have to give them a sufficient amount of water. Water them until the water has exuded from the drainage hole. This is our own simple water device. Water them evenly when you do it. Do not water just one spot. Wait for a moment. Now we can see that the water has exuded from the drainage hole. That means the plant has been watered sufficiently. This is the method for planting vegetables with flower pot. Once it is done, we can put it in the hallway or balcony where it will be able to get sunlight easily and not get knocked over easily. It is also easier to let students observe. Seven days later, we can see bok choy has grown up like this. Let us do a simple observation. Space between bok choy, it is kind of too dense to make a space between them less bigger. We can twist out the dense seedlings with tweezers and move them to another pot. Let us try it now. Remember to pull it up by the roots when doing it. So, when twisting it out, pull up the soil around it together, like this. Once it is done, we plant it in another pot. Then cover it with a little soil. Let us try again. Plant it in the pot. Once we have planted it, we have to water it and make the soil firm. Be careful when watering. Do not water from the top of the seedlings. Water the soil around them. If we see it falling down, we can arrange it again with tweezers. Then we're done. Making our own automatic watering flower pot. First, take about half of it. Carefully take the cutter and cut it in half. It will be best if this step is done by a teacher to avoid any student injuries. After a bottle has been cut, because its edge will be very sharp, ask students to be extra careful and try not to get themselves cut. Then we take this bottle, pull our cotton thread through, with about half of it outside and half of it inside. Then we take the gauze and cover it. Then use tape to tape it. Let the gauze cover the entire mouth of the bottle. Once it is done, let us try and assemble them. Check to see if it'll fit snugly. Next, we're going to put soil to the top level. Push the soil a bit further inside and make it even. Add a bit more soil. Fill it up with soil and level it. Once it is leveled, we will scatter the seed on top. Once scattered, we will add another thin layer of soil on top. Then, we will add water to the pot. Remember to distribute it evenly and until there is water dripping below. Water generously. Now, we can clearly see that the water has slowly seeped its way down. Later, I will add to the water below up to the mouth of the bottle, to allow the thread to suck up the water by capillarity. If the water above is insufficient, the thread will be able to suck the water to the top and give water to the top. Next, we're going to add water. Do not exceed the mouth of the bottle when you do it. Put it down and see. Here's the mouth of the bottle. Where we have placed the gauze earlier, try not to get over it when you add water. Okay, now our self-made flower pot is done. After 7 days, we will be able to observe the sprouting of the seedlings. The soil around it is kept moist. That means this automatic watering flower pot will work smoothly.